Society is already very difficult for Black people in general. And for people to call into question saying that I hate Black men is asinine to me, because Black everything matters. Black everything matters. When they see you walking down the street, they don't see a human being. They see what's been perpetuated in society. They see what's been perpetuated in the media, that you're aggressive, that you're...
You don't have to be broke. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to be sad and sorry. You don't have to take care of everybody just because you've always done it. Be willing to do a new thing and a new way. And sometimes you're going to have to piss people off in the process.
Hold up. Roll it on my wrist. Roll it on my beach.
What?
30 on my waist.
What?
30 to your face.
Yeah.
60 to your face.
Yeah.
90 to your face.
Yeah.
That's a closed case.
Yeah.
You an old nigga.
I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because if I bring something to the table, you're going to be mad because it's going to be another man who's going to not ask me to bring something to the table. He's going to take care of the bill, them kids, and everybody else. And you, if you look broke.
If you ain't shot nobody, then shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
So many Black men in the comment section saying, oh, you have all these high demands, but what do you bring to the table? Good question. Studies have shown that Black women are the highest paid and the most educated. I myself graduated with my associate's degree at 18 and graduated from college with my bachelor's at 20 with a degree in communication sciences with an emphasis in speech and language pathology. I live on my own, have my own car, make about $70,000 a year, and don't have any kids. So I'll never ask for what I can't offer. And as far as what I'm bringing to the table, I bring me, and you can't.
I used to always try to defend myself, prove my point, as I should say, or kind of explain my part. And now I realize I don't need to explain nothing. I don't need to prove nothing. I don't need to show nothing. The only thing I need to prove is to myself. The only thing I need to show up for myself. I don't need to rearrange, reassess myself, reevaluate myself for someone else liking. It's being comfortable with who I am, what I am, and what I have experienced. And knowing that whatever that happened, it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. So I was grateful to have that type of mindset now, because I was really feeling shameful, for certain things.
And constantly being the rebel without a cause.
This is a message for Black women. Black women specifically. Black women specifically. Let the table break. Let the building collapse. Let the ship sink. Let things go to the wayside. Sometimes the best thing that we can do is let things fall apart and teach others to rely on themselves, just like they taught you to rely on you. Because when people feel or experience, usually, hopefully, the same things as you are, they have better empathy and understanding of what it means to be you. You make it look easy. It is not. And I salute you. And that is why I'm telling you to let things hit the fan, to let the ship sink. Step to the side, put on your life jacket first, and deal with everything else after.
I saw this original video on BGS Ibmore's channel. I saw that video there, and I improved the message, okay? I improved the message, all right? Now, the reason that, I have the pages that I have, the social platform that I have, that goes beyond YouTube, okay? Maybe you guys will discover it someday. The reason I have it is so that, my experience as a Black man in this country will not be in vain, okay? I'm actually recording, and, you might hear something in the background. That's my younger son, doing what he does. And I've decided to just keep rolling. Okay, all right. You can hear that. I do have a younger son. I have two sons. Okay, one of my sons is an adult. All right, and this son is his kid. And co-parenting. All right, co-parenting. I want to tell you that the reason that I make these videos is because when I was a kid, I didn't have these resources, and we didn't have a dialogue or a voice to talk to each other and shit. And now we do. I didn't get on YouTube to make these kinds of videos and whatnot. Just kind of happened. And so, just took the ball and ran with it and shit. No matter what the result, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna say it how I feel like saying it, using the words that I feel like using and whatnot. Because for most of my life, I adhered to, programming. All right, I adhere to it. And sometimes when I think about it, I bow my head in shame because I really didn't know any better. Okay, I grew up in a nuclear family early on, and then it became a single supposedly co-parented household. All right, and I was left adrift in a matriarchal family. All right, and I'm not throwing no shade at my parents, but I probably should. My mother did the absolute best raising me and instilling values in me and shit, but ultimately those same values and that being a good person left me at a severe disadvantage, which wreaked havoc in most of my adult, early formative years in adult life and whatnot. And, I'm just coming to terms with that I'm in my fucking 50s and shit, okay? So, I always use this analogy. You bitches never acknowledge what I say, okay? You never fucking acknowledge it. It's okay, all right? You can be in your situation, your fucking bubble if you want, but I'm telling you, right now, there's a lot more of me out there than there are of you, if you feel opposed to what I'm saying, all right? You need to go watch that goddamn movie, V for Vendetta. The title character is, described as a terrorist. He's a menace to society. He's a faceless avatar of vengeance, all right? For the people, unseen people without a face. And I adhere to that. That's why you see my avatar has no fucking face, among other things, right? That's why you see a 13 there, because that's the percentage they told us that we made up in this fucking society, right? And what percentage of that is women? We know that there are more women than there are men on the face of the planet. And our women have been the stewards of our community for a minute and shit, okay? They've been running this shit and running like counterintelligence programs on us. It's just generational shit. It's just a part of who they are now. And it's a shame, I have to think about the future, okay? And I make these fucking videos. You can consider them whatever you want and shit, but just imagine if you were raised a certain way and then you realize it was all bullshit, okay? Imagine that. How would you feel if you knew that everything you were raised to believe in was total bullshit, that you haven't been getting the skills and the resources that you deserved and whatnot, that you were supplanted as the son of the family. You were made the prodigal son before you even realized it. And all the resources was given to people that abused it and destroyed the legacy of the supposed family and left it in rotten ruin and shit. And they're nothing but base criminals. And you're in that rank and file due to your DNA. How would you feel? Especially in my age group. I'm an elder statesman in this goddamn community. I'm Generation X. My parents were boomers, and before them, and so on and so forth. They were pre-civil rights. I was what came after. Very hard. My generations are very hard, very resilient and shit, especially in our ethnic black community. Imagine growing up in that system with parents that grew up in the pre-civil rights South. Their form of teaching and parenting and incorporates a severe form of corporal punishment and shit. and you know, browbeating and shit over decades. Then imagine you throw a divorce in there, you know, and you're with the the matriarchal side of the family and shit, and you're being abused and you don't even fucking know it for decades, and it affects everything in your life in the negative. Yeah. I don't want to really go into it. Shit. I just want to give you a picture, a window. These women are telling us that they don't need us and they don't want us and shit, but they feel a sense of ownership over you. What kind of mindset is that? Okay, to break you down continually, tell you you ain't nothing, but you can't leave, you can't do nothing, you can't go nowhere. Whatever you have, they're gonna give it to you when they feel like giving it to you, and it's gonna be substandard. It's gonna be bargain bin and shit of emotional, breadcrumbs and shit. Physical breadcrumbs. You get to have a substandard version of something that you wanted. They tell you, you got like a gatekeepers and boulets telling you, you know, uh, you can be anything you want to be and shit. Keep hope alive and shit while they stealing your legacy and shit, and discounting your experience as a people. And you got a fucking enemy in the bed with you. Not so much a knife under the pillow, it's in her hand. And she's rubbing your back because she wants you to turn over so she can get a really good arc to stab that knife deep and destroy your future and your family. You can't build no generational wealth. You can't pair a bond because they don't see you as an equal. They thumb their nose. They look at you as something beneath them. They won't even listen to you. But they have a victim card that they like to play and they have oversight from the government. What the fuck are you supposed to do, kings? What are you supposed to do? I'll tell you what. My time is coming fast to an end. All right? And, I'd like to lead a place a little bit better. And I got my janitor broom out, but not to clean up for them. All right? I want to sweep up all the broken glass and everything and put it in a box and move it to the side and open the door and shit so that you can go through that door en masse. Even if you have to walk with my broken body. Just find something better and should build a new society elsewhere, wherever the fuck you can do it. You can even do it in your own fucking life. You can take control of your own fucking life, man. All you have to do is give a shit about yourself. Okay? Break that chain. Break it. You can do it. You can control yourself. If nothing else. Okay? Alright? Don't get involved. Don't get entangled in shit. Alright? Think of your interactions here in the colonies as a business transaction and nothing more. Take it from that point of view and shit. If you wanna, stay the same and shit. But no one should have anything to do with you. All right, no one should invite you to enter their circle of their confidence if they know that you are gonna toe the line and shit. That you're gonna make the math keep mathing and shit. Okay, we got an election year coming up. So we know we're going to get bombarded for our vote and shit that they say don't matter. And they won't give us nothing and shit. And your own fucking women is going to back them up and be mental management for white supremacy and shit. You know this. All right? And they're simps and they're old farts. They can't wait to die and shit. And, get to that heaven. They think this up there, sing zippity doo-dah and shit, And you're going to be stuck in the system and shit. You want to be in that bitch? All right? You want to be frozen in place and shit. Somebody taking you on a hill ride and shit, and then you get to die. That's your gift. Okay, you get to fucking die real quick and shit, and leave behind enough of them to eat off and shit until they find another victim or croak off themselves and destroy your family in the process. Raise your kids all fucked up and shit, instill their values in it and shit, and then tell your kids that you ain't shit. Is that what you want? We tell you to protect your fucking seed by any means necessary, okay? It's imperative that we starve out the next 3 to 4 generations of these goddamn women and shit until they die off, okay? And then we replace them with something else, okay? That people that are cooperative, that'll listen, that didn't grow up in this society, that didn't grow up in this social engineering and this generational malaise and, attacks and shit on us on every fucking level and shit. If you're waiting for America to give you goddamn reparations, man, you're fucked. All right, you start getting reparations right now by giving a fuck about yourself. All right, You see this female in this last segment, saying let the table burn. You better listen to her. You believe her when she tells you the truth, that she don't give a fuck about you. And I'm gonna include this last picture because she got her bags packed and she ready to go and shit. And so should you and shit. Leave this thing that, America 3Ks and said built, this construct, this petri dish with the Tupperware lid on it. Pack your shit up and get the fuck out and go to a better tomorrow.
And please, talk to us. My brothers, talk to us and tell us what we doing. I want to know. I want to listen. I listen. Tell me so I can tell the rest of us. So I can tell my sisters what we need to fix. If you don't talk to us, how are we going to know? Like, I need you to really be genuine about it. Like, just take some time to think about it and reply to this. I want to know, what can we do to fix this? Because you are for me, I am for you. You are the king and I am the queen. I am your helpmate. I was made for you. I'm not supposed to be your enemy. You know what I mean? We're together. We're a team. So respectfully, I want to know, what is the issue? And I want it to be fixed. Start with me. Please tell me how I can fix it. What I need to do. So I can let the rest of them know what we got.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.